Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's Batman Beyond episode is Untouchable. So I'm going to divide this into two parts: the B plot and then the A plot, because honestly, they do go together. Um, but I mean, you might as well separate them, honestly. So Terry, he meets this one girl who somehow is like isotopically unbalanced, and she has to wear a suit that will protect her, and she has lived in a lab her entire life. So he he like gets to talking with her, and then the next day he's talking to Dana about her, which I mean, it is kind of interesting. Like, if you run into somebody who has literally lived in the same room their entire life, like, that's something to talk about. So Dana, she gets super pissed at Terry for doing that, and then while they're bickering, Irene calls the girl, and she's like, "Terry, I'm outside for the first time, but I'm lost. Come pick me up." So Terry, he goes, and they hang out for the beach for a little bit. And like, her suit, it like makes it so like she can go in the water, but she can't even feel being wet, and she can like touch him, but she doesn't really feel much. All she can really do is like see and hear things. And Dana or Terry, he like is about to say that, oh hey, by the way, I have a girlfriend, but before he can get that out, she's like, oh shit, my tank only has like 20 minutes left of the charge. So they hurry back, but the professor there, he's like pissed that she snuck out without his permission. I'm thinking, are you the fucking warden? Is she is she like not allowed to leave campus? Like, that's kind of fucked that you have to, like, you there's a suit that can allow her to live outside the facility, but you get mad at her when she does that. It's kind of fucked. So anyway, she then like does some stuff with like the actual plot where she sneaks out and tries to call his home, which I don't know how the hell she even got his number, and it really goes nowhere because she calls and like his little brother answers, and he does nothing with the information because he's a stupid little kid. Um, but eventually they do meet up in the finale, and Terry, he's about to admit to her that he is with Dana, but before she can say anything, another guy who has like the same condition as her, he comes out, and she's like, "Oh, Terry, this is like my boyfriend who I've never mentioned until now." So wait, yeah, bye bye. And I'm thinking, you two are terrible people. Like, I mean, she might have like just looked at Terry platonically, and that's fine and all, but like, you couldn't have mentioned your boyfriend like one time, you know? And Terry, he's kind of a little shitty himself. Like, dude, you yes, you were interrupted and you couldn't really ever get it out, but still, I think you gotta make it a point when something like that important needs to be said. You say it. I'm just saying. Like, he had an opportunity when they needed to get from point A to point B at the beach. I mean, what are they doing? Like 20 minutes of cardio and nothing else? No. But yeah, disappointed in Terry once again. Why are you with Dana, dude? Why? Like, her personality is being hot, and then being pissed off that you're not with her all the time. You know. And sometimes she's supportive. Like, she's a very bipolar girlfriend. I swear. Like, just also, where was Max? I didn't see any Max. Fuck. I miss Max. I feel like I haven't seen her in a hot bit. Um, but yeah, that's the B plot of the. It doesn't matter. So anyway, A plot. It starts off this one guy in like a black jumpsuit and like gray markings all over. He appears in front of the slab, and he is like decked out in electricity. All like electricity is spewing from him. So he's approaching, and the guards are like, "Open fire!" So they fire on him, and the lasers literally just ricochet off of him. And one of the guys is like, "All right, that didn't work. Get him!" So then two guards try and tackle him, which they immediately go flying because he uses like a force field to like repel him. And I'm just thinking, if I saw somebody get shot in the face and they just kept walking like it was nothing, and somebody said, "Hey, Earpole, go get him," I'd be like, "Yeah, no, the fuck, I'm not. I'm quitting right now." He took a laser to the face, and it wasn't phased whatsoever. I'm not tackling a man that is pure, like, conducive electricity all over. Like, no. So obviously, he breaks in by using like a huge laser gun, like coming from his chest. He's OP as fuck. That's what I say all the time. These Batman Beyond villains are no fucking pushovers. Like, Terry is putting in the work with these guys. So he breaks in, Terry gets there, and he like throws a pair of bolos around him, but he breaks out of those pretty easy. He throws like a battering at him, but like those like deflect off really easy. And then he's going into a 400-degree Celsius thing to like reach in and grab this like really unstable isotope, and it's like the only one in existence, and um, which for American units that's 752 degrees Fahrenheit. Which, man, I hate the empirical system. I mean, yes, it makes sense sometimes, like a gallon. That's a pretty valid unit of measurement. A yard is valid, but then you have something like, oh, a mile is 5,280 feet. Like, what the fuck is that? I like the base of 10 for everything. It makes life so much easier. It's good for cooking, though. Lord knows my fat asses appreciated the empirical system for that. Anyway, just wanted to rant on measurement systems in this review of Batman. Uh, but anyway, so he goes through like that almost 800-degree, well, 400 degrees Celsius thing like it's nothing, and he escapes Batman with like barely any scratches or anything. I mean, this was a force to be reckoned with. Probably one of, if not Batman's most powerful foes yet. So the next day, Bruce and Terry, they're going to this one facility that like specializes in that kind of stuff, because Bruce is like, I've seen this kind of stuff before. So they meet this one doctor who they're building a suit, which is the same suit as the one chick in the B plot love story was in. They use, and Bruce is like, could this by chance be made into a weapon? And another doctor, he's like, hey, what are you showing Bruce this for? He's a dick. He doesn't need to see it. Even though he owns the company, he can't see the shit. And I'm thinking, he's the CEO. He can see whatever the fuck like is under the roof and any other roof that he owns. Like, who the fuck are you to tell the Bruce Wayne no? Like, he literally owns your ass. Um, so Bruce, he has suspicions that that's the bad guy, and then some other night he steals another chemical that's like super duper rare. A fight breaks out. Terry doesn't really do so well just because that guy is unfreaking stoppable. Like, he at one point used a bolo of titanium, but it didn't even like phase him just because he like broke right out of it. Which I'm like, how do you make it so titanium acts like a living ribbon to wrap around its whatever. It's the future, so who cares? But anyway, he stole two important elements, and Bruce, he like puffs it into his computer, and he's like, well, the two elements by themselves isn't really anything, but if you add a third element, they could produce a very powerful explosive. And it just so happens that third element is also in Gotham. So Terry, he goes after him. They have a fight along a cliffside. He like buries a shit ton of rocks on him and then pushes him off a cliff. And then, like, fucking 50 feet high, like, here's Terry, here's some more rocks. Boom, right on Terry. I'm like, God damn, I know that suit is protecting him pretty well, but holy shit, that had to fucking hurt. Anyway, the guy, he escapes, but Terry chases him, and then they end up to have the final fight in like an airfield, and Terry goes to a hangar where he sees this like big ass turbine. I mean, one turbine's probably like maybe a quarter of a football field, but just huge turbines all over. So they're fighting in a big hangar, and he turns the turbine on. he's at like this side of the room. The turbans are on this side of the room. The bad guy's on this side. So he's about to get sucked in, and he like turns his suit off because the noise is absolutely killing him. Which I don't know what the suit being on has to do with anything. So Batman, he saves him and then rips apart his suit so he can't like activate it anymore. And it turns out it was the guy that was helping Bruce at first and not like the dickhead doctor. So it's like a little surprise there for you. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. The one doctor got arrested. Terry, he's once again was about to confess about Dana, but then the girl was like, "Oh yeah, here's my boyfriend that I never mentioned until now. So yeah, we're super serial. Bye." And that's the episode. It was fine. Like I said, Terry did make attempts of trying to talk about Dana, but I mean, he could have done much better. Also, you're still with Dana. Why are you still with Dana? What does she offer, dude? Like, I mean, does she just give the best top? Come on, what are we doing here, Terry? What are we doing? The bad guy was fine. Little a little overpowered. Like he literally just had to turn off his suit to be defeated, which is kind of disappointing. Like I kind of hoped he like got sucked into the turbine, but like the suit was so powerful, it like counteracted with the turbine, so he got damaged, but the turbine got damaged, but like the suit got damaged so much where it's like inusable. I don't know. It's just him just being like, oh my god, it's too much. I gotta turn off my suit for no reason. Like, what the fuck? So I don't know. This episode was just mid to me. So between a 4 to a 7, I'm nixing that. It's a little below mid. I don't know. It was a cool concept, just having this like pure force. Like he could do it all. Like he could pretty much like use the force and like shoot lasers and just go through this extreme heat. Oh, there's this one funny bit where he's like meeting his buyer for one of the chemicals, and he like emerges from this like boiling molten lava thing for whatever reason. And so they get to talking, and then Batman gets mentioned, and he takes like one of the guards' guns that they're doing a deal with, and he like, next time I'll get Batman. Like, here's the gun, I'll get Batman. And it's just like, dude, you just came from molten like lava. God only knows how hot that was. Like, I'm pretty sure we know you're capable of crushing a little bit of a gun. Like, what did you do that for? I mean, I surmised you were a threat. I didn't need to know you had, I guess, super strength. I don't know. Just a waste of a gun. So, I don't know. This episode just didn't do it for me. It wasn't absolute dog shit, but it just... Also, they didn't do, like, a good job explaining, like, the kids and, like, how they were isotomically uncharged or out of balance and, like, how the suit came to be. It's just... I don't know. Like, it felt very half-baked, so... I'm debating between a 2 and a 3. Honestly, I just didn't really get that much out of it. If they would have expanded more on the girl and Terry, that would have been probably better, I think. But then at the end, when she just like had the boyfriend, and it just had to end immediately. I don't know. It just felt odd. You know, I'm giving it a 2. Yeah, it's a 2 out of 7. Not my cup of tea. Whatever. Bye.